Everybody is here in studio. Rachel Scott is here with the latest on the Trump campaign. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Michael, good morning. And this has been a campaign unlike any other. Donald Trump launched his third bid for the White House 720 days ago. A twice impeached former president who was convicted of a crime and survived 2 attempted assassinations. His closing message has been dark in the final days, but Trump also campaigning on that one key question, whether Americans are better now than they were 4 years ago. Overnight in Grand Rapids, Donald Trump holding the final campaign rally of his 2-year-long bid for president, urging voters in battleground Michigan to turn out.
November 5th, today, will be the most important day in the history of our country.
Taking the stage after midnight and speaking until after 2 a.m.
With your vote tomorrow, we can fix every single problem our country faces and lead America, indeed the world, to new heights of glory.
His voice hoarse, his remarks at times rambling, after barnstorming 3 swing states in just one day. Trump repeatedly turning to personal insults and dark rhetoric in his closing message, even referring to Nancy Pelosi, the first female House Speaker in U.S. history, with an expletive.
She's a crooked person. She's a bad person. Evil. She's an evil, sick, crazy. It starts with a B, but I won't say it. I want to say it.
The former president casting doubt on the outcome before votes are even counted by once again spreading false claims about election integrity, placing the blame on his supporters if he loses.
No, all we have to do, if we get out our people, it's over. There's nothing they can do about it. It's nice when you have that, right? You know? In other words, to make you feel a little guilty, we would only have you to blame.
Trump leaning into anti-immigrant rhetoric, pledging mass deportations, calling the U.S. an occupied country.
The day I take the oath of office, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins. It begins immediately. The United States is now an occupied country.
At his rally in Pennsylvania, the former president called some undocumented immigrants nasty people, floating the idea of migrants having their own fighting league.
I want the migrant to go against the champion, and I think the migrant might actually win. That's how nasty some of these guys are.
And at one point, Trump suggesting boxer Mike Tyson should get in the ring with Vice President Kamala Harris.
Mike's been through a lot, but he could fight. Let me tell you, that guy could fight. But can you imagine Mike? Oh, he says, put Mike in the ring with Kamala. That would be interesting. No, but can you imagine?
In recent weeks, Trump trying to appeal to young male voters, doing a series of interviews on podcasts, and overnight netting a big endorsement from one of the most popular podcast hosts in the country, Joe Rogan.
I just want to thank Joe Rogan. That's fantastic.
Trump's campaign needs to win over female voters, too, where polls show Harris has an edge. At that rally in Pennsylvania, the crowd positioned behind him, largely female, holding pink signs reading, "Women for Trump." The Harris campaign has seized on the former president's comments that he will protect women whether they like it or not, and Trump's own statements that he would put Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has pushed a range of conspiracy theories, in charge of women's health.
Oh, Bobby, you got to do one thing, do whatever you want. You just go ahead. Work on the pesticides, work on making women's health. He's so into women's health. And, you know, he's really unbelievable. It's such a passion.
So the campaigning is over. Donald Trump will cast his own ballot in Palm Beach before holding an election night watch party there later this evening.
And what can you tell us about the mood inside the Trump campaign, Rachel?
Yeah, look, this is a campaign. They feel very confident about how far they've come after the indictments, after the conviction. This is a Republican Party that has rallied behind the former president. And there's no doubt he's been campaigning very hard, blitzing those battleground states. They feel good about what they're seeing in the early voting numbers. But there has been a vibe shift in the last week, starting with that rally at Madison Square Garden, those disparaging comments that speaker made about Puerto Rico, comparing it to an island of garbage. Donald Trump's violent and dark rhetoric about Liz Cheney, even this week suggesting that reporters could be shot at his rally. There are Republicans out there that are asking, is this really the closing message that seals the deal?
All right, we'll see. And we will see you throughout the morning, Rachel. Thank you very much.